right, guys. Welcome, 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 welcome to today's stream. So we'll just take out a few minutes to give allowance for some of our other members to join in. All right. I'm sure you can hear me and you should be able to see what I'm showing you on the screen quite clearly. Okay. Um, Let me share the link still. All right, so I'm just going to wait for a few more people to join in and then we will fly. Okay. All right, so if you're just joining in, just give welcome. All right, first of all, welcome. We'll be kicking off at exactly 10 minutes past two. That will be in the next 3 minutes. All right, we're just giving some time for us to have a few more people on the call. All right, and then we will kick off fully. Okay. So just sit tight, sit back, relax. If you have popcorn with you, you can trade and be eating popcorn as long as you're busy. All right, just give us a little bit and we'll look at the charts together promptly. Okay. Mm, mm. I hope that for those of us on this call, we're able to be present during the market review session. Very, very interesting trades that were given during that session have played out quite well so far. All right, and we are still expecting them to move some more. All right, but all the same, just take this as my unofficial way of officially telling you not to miss our next market review session. All right, so we have just 1 minute. In a minute's time, we'll be kicking off officially. So sit tight, sit tight, sit tight. We're coming. Don't worry. Don't be in a hurry. Don't worry. Market is not going anywhere. At least it shouldn't go anywhere. And even if it goes, we'll follow it and go there. Don't worry. All right, but trust that you're in safe hands. Trust that you're in safe hands. All right. Um. Oh, really? This one came and decided to leave me behind. Interesting. Interesting. Nice. Me 0, USDC HF1. That would be nice. All right, it is exactly 10 minutes past 2. All right, so we're going to be kicking off our stream right now. Hey guys, welcome to today's video, and this is just our weekly live session here at EasyFX Academy. All right, one reason, or one of the major reasons why we have these sessions is that we believe that during the course of the week, all right, based on your analysis, you might have taken some trades, all right, and so as to give you more options, all right, or more versatility when it comes to your to the arsenal that you have. All right, just more trades you can take, to be able to just scrap up that little bit of profit from the market before the end of the week. All right, so that your weekend can be still. All right, so maybe you can even go and buy some suya for the weekend. Maybe even take yourself and the family out. Just enjoy, flex. All right, because it's what is money, is your money. It's free money, spend it anyhow. All right, so welcome to today's video. This is just going to be a fairly short session. If you're in on this call and you have any commodity or any pair you love for us to look at together, feel free to drop it in the chat section rather, and I'll deal with them promptly, or then we can look at them together. And alternatively, if you have any questions concerning the markets, or that you would love to ask, feel free to drop them also. And again, we'll look at them and see what exactly, or find answers right to them together. Okay. All right. So quickly, let's look at gold. Let's look at gold. I have. Should we start from gold? Maybe we should take gold last. All right. I have just a few commodities that I have marked out personally that I'm looking out for um, between today and tomorrow, which will be the end of the week. All right, so give me a minute. Um, just give me a minute, please. All right, so let's go first to GN. GN. Okay, so we'll be looking at GBP and ZD first. All right. So basically, one of the major things we do, all right, during these sessions is that we just give trade ideas. All right, what we're looking at in the market as possibilities to happen between today and tomorrow, or something that you can just, like I said earlier, is to scrap up just a little bit of profit. All right, give me a minute, please. I think my internet connection is trying to catch up to me. All right, so this is GBP and ZD on the 30 minutes time frame. All right, and I think during the course of the last market review, we're expecting GBP and ZD to be bearish during the course of the week. We saw that happen quite well. However, we got to see a bit of a violation of our zone, all right, our initial zone around here. All right, this was our initial supply zone. We got to see that there was a very, very crazy spike, all right, during market open. All right, you can see that this candle is a very weird candle that it made around here. All right, we got to see that spike, or that continuation rather, towards the downside rather. All right, and then we even got to see that we had another re-entry into that zone for the sell. All right, so what exactly can we expect, or should we expect during the course of the coming days? Now, I feel, and I can see from what I can deduce from what I'm seeing on the chart right now, that we are still going to see some level of bearishness from GBP and ZD. Preferably, I have two zones marked out that I'll be watching out for. That sell to happen from on GBP and ZD. Give me a minute. I'm going to mark them out right now. All right, so I just wanted to check some. All right, so I have two zones I'm watching out for. That sell to happen on GBP and ZD. This initial zone. Let me go down to the. I think this was on the 15 minutes or so. All right. Yes. All right. So, my initials and the zone I've watched, which I feel is would be more preferable, or I would be around here. This would be between let me just mark it out more appropriately for the sake of the score. All right, so yes, so this will be between 2.12929 and 2.13268. 2.12929 and 2.13268. All right, that'll be the zone I'm watching out for us to get sales from on GBP and ZD. I still want to watch out that now. What that means is that I'm expecting prices to move towards the upside. All right, possibly get to sweep the previous high, which was there. All right, maybe we could get to a little bit of a retracement before price comes completely into our currently marked supply zone, and then we get to see our sell from there. All right, so I'm watching price to I'm watching out rather for price to sweep this high here. All right, which is around 2 points. Let me get the coordinates for that quickly. 2.12652. 2.12652. Now this value might differ based on your broker. Okay, 2.12642 rather. Right, so that value might differ based on your broker and whatnot. But basically, that is my outlook, or yeah, what I'm watching out for basically on GBP and ZD. Alternatively, I am watching out for the possibility of price not even getting to go that high. All right, that is why I have this second zone marked out here. Now this is the less likely of the scenarios I am currently seeing on the charts. This current zone is between 2.12293 and 2.12638. I'll come again, 2.12293 and 2.12638. All right, so definitely before entering any of these trades now, I'll prefer to see the possibility of us having a break of some sort of a trend line somewhere. All right, let me show you what I'm trying to refer to. So if I get to see price move towards this upside, for example. All right, if I get to see price come up as far as this zone, all right, I'll watch out for the lower time frame. If I get to see that price then has already changed character on the lower time frame, then that will give me some level of plausibility for this trade to continue. All right, so I'll just watch out maybe for something towards that end. All right, that could be one. Then secondly, I'll watch out for this. All right, so if I get to this zone get nullified, then this zone would then turn to our support to bring price into this initial zone that we are watching out for the higher probability of the sell. All right, so that's what I'm watching out for on GBP NZD. I am fairly sure. All right, and I hope that that is clear by everyone on this call. All right, so let me delete this. Sorry, let me delete this here. All right, so my initial zone I'm watching out for this sell to happen is between two. The zone again is between 2.12929 and 2.13268. Yes, that'll be what I'm watching out for the sell to happen on GBP and ZD. So not to take too much time on that. I hope that is clear for GBP and ZD. Next up, let's look at one of the majors. Let's look at sorry about that. Let's look at Euro USD. Give me a minute. Yes, Euro USD. And for Euro USD, there was a news release. Oh, oh, interesting. There was a news release about a couple of about 30 or so minutes ago, or even more than 30 now. All right, that's what gave birth to this beautiful spike we saw here. I was watching out for that sell to actually happen. I think this was a 1:3 or so trade. All right, so I'm watching out for the possibility of us still getting buys off of Euro USD. Let me show you what I'm seeing on the 4-hour time frame. Then I'll come back to this 15 minutes time frame to explain that to you. Or maybe I should go as far as the daily. Yes, let's go as far as the daily. Just give me a minute, please. Okay, we are back now. Sorry, my internet decided to whine me. To go whine me, but no panic. That type of thing. All right, so for those of us who trade, based off of, or those of us who add chart patterns as entry criteria or entry confirmations. All right, this is a pennant, and one thing I would say, all right, that you should notice for most of these chart patterns, it is better to wait for a break and a test of either of the trend lines, all right, either of the boundaries before taking any of your trades. All right, so I am basically watching out for the possibility of us getting buys off of Euro USD. Do not now. All right, I'm still watching out for USD to still drop as far as 1.08347. I'll come again, 1.08347. So my buy zone I'm watching out for USD between 1.08347 and 1.08037. 1.08347 and 1.08037. 0.37. All right, that's what I'm watching out for buys to happen on Euro USD. All right, and if I get that buy from there, then definitely I'll be wanting to watch out for that buy to break even this previous high here. All right, so for my trade idea or for what I'll be expecting on this or in this wise, I guess you could, have something like this set out. All right, and this could be your TP1. All right, that based on your risk appetite, you can decide to hold it for as far as you prefer. All right. As you can see on my chart, I'm actually watching out again. I'm watching out again for a simple break and return. I'm possibly one we get to see, that buy start up. All right. So if I get to see that break and return, then definitely I watch out for. I might want to add another buy position. All right. And this might not be something that we get to even see during the course of this week. All right. So but all the same, I'm still watching out. All right. So I might get to hold maybe another buy position, and then whatever previous low price made before getting here will be my stop loss. All right, I think we should be back now. I apologize for that. There was a bit of a network lag from my end. I hope you can hear me back now. All right, in case you cannot hear me, please just type it in the chat box. I think the um network issue should have been fixed now. Should have been fixed. All right, just give me a minute, please. All right, so let's continue. Let's go on. Um, so let's just go on. I apologize for that. For a short while there, the Nigerian government decided to show me that um, they are the Nigerian government. Let's put it like that. And the internet to decide to show me that I'm still in Nigeria. All right, so let's just go on. So for Euro USD, that's what I am currently watching out for as my bias on Euro USD. Again, I'm seeing that Euro USD is still bearish. All right, I'm watching out for it to break below this current support around 1.08920. All right, and then if at all you want to, you might be able to possibly take a shot from there to somewhere around let me get the coordinates for that quickly, to somewhere around 1.08347. All right, before you now enter for a buy majorly. All right, on Euro USD. All right, so that's my bias on Euro USD. Let's not waste too much time. Let's go to USD CHF. I think I saw something fairly interesting on Euro USD CHF earlier. Yes, but it took me away. It said we shanked me, and it did that properly. It did that go. Yeah, I was expecting a drop still towards the downside a bit before the news came out. All right, that took me out. Sorry, that didn't tap me in rather. All right, let's see, what can we still squeeze out from this guy? So one of the things I've been looking at a lot during the last couple of weeks is simple break and retest strategies, right? And we might still be able to use that to squeeze off something from here. All right, this is currently a support. We've seen a fair value gap before that, all right, which should point us towards the fact that there's a possibility for price to want to recover liquidity from there. Then we can watch out for points like this one here, another guy here. Okay, before we get to, all right, wonderful. So you might be looking for entries for on USD CHF rather. You might want to look for entries for buys around, give me a minute please. All right, so you might want to look for buys around let me give you the coordinates for that. This is around 0.86595, 0.86595. You might want to look out for entries for buys. All right, from there. All right, overall, I think for the meantime, I'm still quite bullish on USD CHF. I'm still watching out for USD CHF to go as far as here. All right, this is around 0.87795. All right, so that'll be where I'm watching out for this buy to end, or at least for me. All right, so let's see. You might be able to just take up your entry for a buy from somewhere around here. All right, a stop loss could just be maybe somewhere in here. Then yeah, this will work. So it's a fairly simple 1:2, trade from this on your USD. So your entry would be, and now your entry criteria rather would be for you to see again a simple break and retest, which would be the retracement into, all right, this previous support, this previous resistance here, this previous resistance that would then turn to a support here. All right, and I think based off of that, yes, we've been able to see that we can then use this other block here to refine our entries, and we can then refine. All right, so from this now we have about the 1:4 trade that we've seen. All right, so the zone I'm looking out for your USDC ETF buy is between 0.866, I'm sorry, 0.86621 and 0.86431. Again, 0.86621 and 0.86431 rather. Right, so I'm watching out for us to get the continuation of a buy from that point on USD CHF. All right, so I trust that is also clear. Second to the last. All right, again, if you have any commodities you love for us to check out, please drop them in the chat box, and we'll quickly look at them. All right, so for GBP JPY, I am quite bullish on GBP JPY also. Not so much, but still fairly. All right, and this is where I am watching out for that bullish sentiment to end somewhere around 197.489 is what I'm watching out for, that bullish sentiment to end. I want to see price again break above this current support here, or this current resistance here, which has acted as a previous support, or we have a pivot already. All right, I think we are back again. I apologize. I've been having some issues with my network today for some reason. All right, so that's what I'm expecting. All right, on GBP JPY. So I think my chart has not even loaded back up. Let me refresh it. All right, all the same, all the same. It's not loading right now, but all the same, I think we can mark out this zone. Wow. Give me a minute, please. Again, went off and decided to show me that you get power, that type of thing. All right, so you should be able to hear me back properly now. So this is what I'm watching out for on GBP JPY. Fatai, I think Fatai, you said we should look at UJ, so we'll look at that. So we'll look at that shortly. All right, so this is my, let me delete this then. I think I can delete this guy. So this will be what I'm watching out for to happen on USDJ, on GBP JPY rather. So let's use this. All right, so my entry is around, I'm putting my entry around 187 point, sorry, 188.216, and my stop loss around 187.837. All right, for GBP JPY. So what am I watching out for? Quite simple. Price breaks above here rather, we get that retest to enter for the trade, and then we get to see price come as far as this. All right, sorry, let me redraw that. So something along this line is what I'm watching out for on USD on GBP JPY rather. So let me just refine that. My entry is around 188.030 and my stop loss is around 187.837. All right, so I hope that is clear for what I'm watching out for. Oh, I am very, very sorry. I'm very sorry for that. My entry is around 188.030, yes. My stop loss is around 186.833. 186.833. All right, that will be my stop loss. And then my take profit will be just around here. This is around 197.294. All right, so this is just like a 1:7 move I'm watching out for on GBP JPY. Second to the last before we look at UG. So before we look at UJ, let's just quickly look at gold. Let me quickly explain what I'm saying for gold. Then Fatai Adewumi will look at UJ together. All right, we'll look at UJ together. So for gold, give me a minute. I think my chart hasn't loaded up yet still. All right, so you just bear with me. I think I am, I won't say I'm battling. It's not a battle. It's me that will win if it was a battle. I'm currently just waiting for the internet to decide to do me well. Okay. So this is what I have for gold on. It still hasn't even loaded. Can you imagine? All right, so we're back again. All right, so this is what I have, this is what I have on gold right now. On this on the 4 hour time frame. So let me just explain my current sentiment or my current bias. We can see that currently price is in a very very strong resistance zone. All right, we're seeing that price has entered about 4 or 5 times in fact, and has gotten slapped towards the downside multiple times. All right, from there, and currently what I am watching out for is the possibility of us breaking above this zone. All right. However, I want to be watchful. I want to be very, very careful. So let's go down to possibly the 1 hour time frame and look at it together. Give me a minute. Okay, so this is what I have, or this is what we have, or we're looking at rather on the 1 hour time frame. We're saying that this was the first, second, third, fourth, this is on the fifth touch, right, of that zone. In case you're looking for the coordinates, that's between 2416.91 and 2410.52. All right, so what I'm watching out for right now is the possibility of us getting to see price break above the zone. All right, so towards this end. Now, one thing that I am seeing that is currently making me consider this, all right, is the fact that we've seen price come into, well, we've seen price come down here to fill up the imbalance left behind here. All right, so this was the imbalance. Let me show that a little bit better. All right, we've seen price fill up that imbalance with the wick of this candle. All right, so definitely you can see that liquidity has been swept from there, and they were saying that price is already showing us the likelihood from just the formation of this candle to continue towards the upside. So what I might wait for then, or what I'm watching out for, will be the close of this candle. Probably this or the next. All right, I'm watching out for the possibility of this candle or the next closing right above, or with the body right above this zone. All right, again, this is between 2416.91 and 2410.52. And then from there, I might be tempted to, not that I might be tempted, I think I'll be tempted in that wise. All right, so take that by from there, and I can just put my stop loss somewhere around here. I might be profit towards here. So this is about 1:3 or 1:, or let's say 1:2, 2.7. All right, so something like this would be what I'm watching out for on gold. So I'm expecting a level of buys to happen soon on gold. All right, so that's just basically what I'm watching out for. Again, I will not be taking this trade if I do not see that this zone gets broken. All right, if I do not see the body of it candle breaking, closing above this zone. All right, so that'll be one of my entry confirmations before taking this gold buy. All right, so that's it for just the ones I wanted us to look at personally. Let's quickly look at USD JPY that Mr. Fatai Adewumi requested for. All right, so let's start from the 4 hour time frame. Now, a lot of times you might get to see a level of correlation between USD JPY and USD CHF. All right, so in that wise, we might still be expecting that USD, sorry, I'm coming. We might still be expecting that USD JPY might also buy. All right, this is what I'm seeing. Let me go to the daily time frame. Let me go to the daily time frame. Okay. All right, basically the same, almost the same thing that we can see on USD CHF actually. All right, so with my Fibonacci, I can easily tell that this, all right, move. All right, price came into here, broke All right, use somewhere around here. Oh, wonderful. I'm just saying that. All right, use this candle here. Or this, let me just mark the entire zone. It is around here. All right, to get this initial reaction towards the upside. Um, this is it here. All right, so we got to see that happen initially, and currently price is still pushing up. So let's look out for possible supply resistances and supports that price might actually focus on. All right, this is one of them around. Let me see where I marked this out from exactly. Give me a minute. Oh, from way back actually. So this is one of them around 151.866. All right, so I think for me, if I'm going to be watching out for any cells, this zone then presents itself as a very, very plausible zone. Let me just mark it out as wide as possible. So somewhere around here, this is between 151.913 and 150.235. So that'll be the supply zone I'll be watching out for price to react from, and then we get sells from. All right, so definitely I think we should still be watching out for USDJPY to be bullish at least up to that point, and then we might get to see sales that might push price towards the downside some more. For entries currently on lower time frame, let's see. This is on the daily time frame. All right, so let's see. Let's go down possibly to the 1 hour 15 minutes to scoop up something that we can run with this weekend. All right, so basically the same thing I said. I don't know if it was for GJ I was explaining this, or for USD CHF. I'm trying to remember exactly. All right, so I want to see price break above here. All right, remember better breakable. We check if we have the possibility of maybe even a breaker block there. Not really, not really, not really, not really. It's on 30 minutes. Let me see the 15 first before we go on. Just give it a minute, please. Okay. Oh, all right, all right, all right. So we have this. This is only 15 minutes. So we have this. All right. Yeah. Very good. Very good. Very good. So somewhere around here. All right. So now let's go back to the 1 hour time frame and look at it from the larger perspective. So I think then it is safe for us to wait out for. So I think what something similar to what I just said for gold also. You might just wait rather for price to break above here and then come back to retest, and then you might be able to get a good enough buy entry to ride up to here. So let's use I might just use the 50%. All right, so this is between 170 for my entry will be around 174,901. Now again, I'm not going to take this trade if I do not get to see that retest happens. All right, and then I could just put my stop loss or my take profit rather around maybe here. All right, this is a short one ratio to scalp on USD JPY. And so my entry will be around 147 rather 0.901. My stop loss would be around I'm going to get the coordinates. My stop loss would be around 146.884, 146.884, and then my TP will be around 150.211 or so. All right, so that's what I'm watching out for on USD JPY. Then definitely, of course, I might watch out for sales from there. But then again, let me just say this now. This one I'm going to say now might not be something that we get to see during the course of this week. All right, but let me just give it out still. If I get to see that this zone, this current zone that we are in gets broken, this is around between 151.913 and 150.235, then I'll just watch out for something towards this end to happen in that way. So something like this, and then we get to see price keep pushing, somewhere towards something towards that end. All right, so that's what I'm watching out for on USD JPY. So I've shown you the coordinates for that scalp, just a 1:2 scalp. The entry criteria will be for you to get a break above that zone, and then the possibility of getting a retest for you to take up as your entry on USD JPY. So I hope that is clear. Let me see if we have anybody still asking for if we have any requests still on the chats. No, we do not have anyone. So, Mr. Fatai, I believe you're a Mr. All right, but if you're, not a Mr. all the same. So, Mr. or Mrs. Fatai Adeomi, I hope that is clear enough for you on USD JPY. All right. So that being said, thank you very very much for joining us for today's live session. All right. Apologies for the constant breakage here and there. All right. I do know that we are going to have a profitable rest of the week. All right. So do also like this video, share this video, subscribe if you are not subscribed already. Again, these are services that a lot of your friends would possibly need. All right, because this is free. All right, we're giving free trade ideas. We're not asking you to pay any money for this, right? All right. So do also join us in our next session. That will be on Monday. All right, we'll be dropping our market review session on this channel on Monday. Do also watch that so that you can have a broader view for what we're expecting for